As you've seen, Marukyu paste is totally different to anything that you've ever seen before in the UK market. But of course it opens it up to several different applications. An example, one doesn't necessarily have to fish on the bottom. And you can see why. You could fish this near the surface, mid-water, off the bottom. The attractants are working all the time. And so a fish is going to come up and it's going to take it even though it's not on the bottom because of all the bait and the attractors that are falling down. Then of course we can fish it on the bottom. Piece of cake, just let it go to the bottom. But one thing's certain, if you understand how it works, you will have confidence that your hook is going to be right in the middle of this bait, and that's what's going to catch you the fish. I'm going to let you into one of my top tips, something I don't normally tell people. Very often, particularly when it's really windy and particularly when the fish are really having it, I do something quite different with this paste. What I've got here is a band with a pellet on. It's just a 5mm, 6mm pellet, absolutely no problem. One of the great things with this paste, because of how it works, you can pick a piece up and again, always use a wet hand and just gently squeeze it around that pellet. It's as simple as that. We've now got the best of both worlds. We can put that bait out there and with absolute confidence that our hook bait is going to be right in the middle of that very, very soft piece of paste. And it's unbelievable and it's deadly. And there it is, you can see it there. We've got the best of both worlds. We've got a really active bait. The water-soluble attractants are flying out of that paste. But right in the middle of it is our special pellet. Carp in particular cannot resist a bait like that. One question you may ask is why two flavours of paste? Here we are. We've got a pink one and we've got a white one. There is a big difference. Marukyu is a scientific company and they can target baits to be species specific. In simple terms, what that means, you can start to look at different species in your swim and get the best from it. This particular pink paste is probably the biggest selling F1 paste in the whole of the world. And it's a lighter paste than this one. In other words, it's going to sink more slowly. It's more active, it's got different attractants in there, different amino acids. And it's been absolutely incredible. It will still catch all the carp that are out there. But if you want to target tench and bream and F1s, trust me, use this one. It's absolutely brilliant. A couple of tips now, for when, particularly when it's windy. Like I've said, always use a wet hand to put your paste on. Put it on exactly as I said. If we're only going to fish fairly close, there's no reason why we just can't pick it up and ship it out and drop it in. But if it's a real windy day and you were fishing long, you might have to drag the paste out over the water. It could fall off, but don't forget what I've said. It's very easy to make a paste that stops on. It's not easy to make a paste that stops on and catches lots of fish. Simple tip, just use a cable tie. I've got a cable tie there. I can lay my paste over it and now I can ship out, and it doesn't matter how windy it is, it could be 12, 13, 14 metres out there on a windy day. I can tip it out when I get him in position, drop him in the water. So we've got lots and lots of options to cover it. Well, that's simple, but the question you're all going to ask, does it actually work? Well, let's see. Wow, well that didn't take long, did it? Well, how's that? First drop, honestly, that was straight in, 20 seconds, we've got a fish. Trust me, this bait is awesome.